Hello, I'm Rumen Kolev, recording from Varna, Bulgaria, and today is the 11th of March 2020. In this video, we will discuss the coronavirus. First of all, let us ask ourselves, which is the divinity who rules the epidemics? I mean the divinity in Mesopotamia. In Sumer and Babylon, in the whole Mesopotamia, you have a divinity for everything. And of course, there is also a divinity of the plagues, of the epidemics. And this same divinity is also the divinity of war and bloodshed. And the name of this divinity, as you can guess, rightly so, is Nergal. And his star is Mars. So, what is happening now is Nergal is very strong, and I will tell you why. There are several things. Nergal is very strong, and Marduk is very weak. Okay, why Marduk is weak and Nergal is strong? Marduk is the king of the world, and his star is Jupiter. He is merciful, he is good guy, okay? And his opposite is Nergal. Nergal is a divinity of everything that kills people. So let's start now. Maybe first we will start with Marduk. Why Marduk is weak? Marduk is weak because his star gave the sign of his weakness. And this is that Jupiter appeared heliacally in the 10th month and very close to the winter solstice. And now I'll show it to you. Okay. Okay, this is my Facebook, and what you will hear now is a repetition, mostly from my lecture in Sofia on the 1st of February 2020. But this lecture is in Bulgarian. Whoever understands Bulgarian can watch it here, okay? All right, so now let me show you the heliacal rise of Jupiter, which is, this is made for Washington, D.C. And here you see Jupiter above the horizon. This black circle here is the horizon. Okay, so you see here Jupiter and the sun below horizon. Okay, so here Jupiter is in, as you can see, very close to the winter solstice, which is this black dot here. Okay, and this is not a good place for two reasons. First, it is the lowest point of the zodiac, and Marduk is the king of the world. He should be at the highest point of the zodiac, which is the summer solstice, this red dot here. However, he is not there, and he did not appear here, but he appeared in the opposite point. This one here, this black dot here, very close to the winter solstice. And that's why Marduk is weak, because of this sign, because of this omen with his star. Okay. This omen actually means epidemic, and you can find it in the Enuma No Enlil by Pingree and Reiner in the 4th volume. I will show it to you now, but just note here that in the Babylonian calendar, Jupiter rose heliacally on the 22nd of Tebet. Okay, Tebet is the 10th month. Okay, now let's go to see. Okay, where was it? Okay, was it here? Yeah. Let's go now to this work by Reiner and Pingree. They translated. Okay, now it will show up. Okay, look. All right, it must. Oh boy, it's all right. Finally, okay. Now look what is here. If Jupiter becomes visible in month 10, epidemics. Okay, the word for epidemic is this one here, geek. Okay, why epidemics? As I told you, the logic is because he rises in the opposite place of the place where he should be, right? The highest place. This is the same like to put the king in the dungeon. Okay, the same thing, beneath the earth. And I'll show you something else here. There is one interesting document in Mesopotamian astrology and astronomy, which is called the Babylonian Astrolabe. And now I will show to you. This is here the cuneiform, and this here is the English version. Okay, look here. We have here 3 circles divided in 12, which is for the 12 months and for the 3 constellations that rise on the eastern horizon. Okay, so you can notice here that the 4th month is the month where the summer solstice is in the middle. Okay, in the middle of the 4th month is the summer solstice. And if we look here, down here, close to the center, we will read here Shulpa-e, which is actually a name for Jupiter. And this means the hero of the glorious rise. The hero of the glorious rise. And the divinity of the star of Jupiter is given here, Marduk. Okay, so this is his place. This is his place, because he is very close to the center. He is rising from the northern part of the horizon. So imagine it is the day of the summer solstice, and from the northern part of the eastern horizon, we see Jupiter rising. Okay, this is extremely good sign because this is his place. However, if he rises in the opposite month, which is Tebet here, this is not so good. Okay, that's why Marduk is weak. So now let's go to Nergal. Nergal. First, I want to show Nergal to you. Okay, let's see, where was he? Here. Okay. Okay, this guy here with the scimitar and holding also a staff and with triple rows of horns on his head. Okay, the horns are actually attribute of divinity, and the more horns a Mesopotamian divinity has, the higher his rank. Okay, so also here we have the dragon of Nergal, and this horrible animal is on the sky, the constellation Utkadur, which means the demon with the opened mouth. Okay, this is the present day Cygnus. Okay, swarm. Okay, this here is Nergal. His star is Mars, and he is the divinity of the war and the pestilence and the anger, and he is called the evil one, the liar, the bandit, the fox, the wolf, and the enemy. Yes, in Babylonian astrology, it was Nergal who was the bad guy. It was Mars. Mars was the very worst guy, not Saturn. Okay. So why Nergal is strong and active? Several reasons. But first, I will tell you that when I heard for the first time, well, was it for the first time? Anyway, I was listening to a TV and somebody was talking about the coronavirus outbreak, and he said, yes, just like the epidemic of SARS in 2003. And I thought, my God, there are exactly 17 years between the outbreak of SARS and the outbreak of the coronavirus. And I was shocked, because this number of years, 17, is the cycle, the heliacal cycle of Mars. One of his heliacal cycles actually is of 17 years or 15. Sometimes it's 17, sometimes 15. But this was the heliacal cycle of Mars, and which meant that this outbreak of the coronavirus epidemic is, of course, under Mars. And why the heliacal cycle of Mars is 17 or 15 years? But first, maybe I should tell you what is the heliacal cycle. The heliacal cycle of a planet is the period of time when the same heliacal phase, like for example, the morning first, the heliacal appearance, repeats in the same way. Like, for example, Mars will appear after 17 years exactly in the same place where he appears now. If he appears now as a morning first star in the crown of the rising sun, then this same thing will repeat after 15 or 17 years in the same place of the zodiac, in the same place. Okay. For example, Mars appears in Virgo as he appeared in 2019. In 2019, Mars appeared heliacally in Virgo, in the Babylonian constellation Virgo. Okay, and 17 years ago, around the same time of the year, Mars appeared at the same place, Virgo. So maybe I can show to you the, okay, now look at this here. This is the sun in the center, then this is the orbit of the Earth and the orbit of Mars, okay? And you see here that there is this section here, which is okay, which is very okay. Okay, this section here, if the Earth and Mars are somewhere along this section of their orbits, they will be very, very close, okay? And we see this on the sky in the brightness of Mars when in opposition to the sun. And in this section, Earth and Mars being here, Mars reaches his maximum brightness, which is as bright as the maximum brightness of Jupiter, -3. And here you can see this is the place of the position of Mars with the sun, which happened July 39, happened here. So Mars was very strong, okay? And then after 2 years, the opposition of Mars to the sun was here. And he was still very strong, and so on. But you see, for example, here, look here. In this moment here, January 31, the opposition of Mars to the sun was in January 31. And after 17 years, February 48, the opposition is very close to this place. This is the heliacal cycle of Mars, 17 or 15 years. So then when I decided to check the magnitude of Mars, now I'll show it to you. Okay, look here. Now, okay. This is for March. This is for March 2020. And you see here the brightness of Mars when in opposition with the Sun. Look here, it's very small brightness. It's in 2012, and then it picks up 2014, 2016, 2018, and this here is 2020. Okay, if I want to see exactly when this will happen, I will go here and let's see. The opposition is in October 2020. Mars is minus 2.6 magnitude, very, very, very bright. Okay, so if I go here 17 years ago, 17 years back in time. Okay, let me see. Here you go. Another high point of brightness of Mars. Okay, and we can look. Exactly this happened in the end of August 2003. And this was when the SARS epidemic died out, actually. Okay. So here we are. This here is 2003 SARS. And right now we're here, October 2020, coronavirus. Okay. Also, I checked when the knowledge of this virus or this epidemic entered into the consciousness of the mankind. This was somewhere in the middle of January. Yes. Look, where is Mars? Right in conjunction with Antares, the heart of Scorpio. All right, you probably noticed that this zodiac is the Babylonian fixed sidereal zodiac. I will switch to the tropical just for you to see the difference. Okay, now I'll switch back to the fixed Babylonian. So you see, and of course, if we go 17 years back in time, voila. Again, Mars is in Scorpio and very close to Antares. This is the time when humankind became aware of the coronavirus. Okay, one thing is that this pandemic is much, much worse than the epidemic of SARS. And this is because now Nergal is much stronger. And this is because from 2016, we have entered into the Dodecatemoria of Aries in the Babylonian sign of Pisces, okay? Well, this is probably not so simple to explain. That's why I will show it to you here. I'll get rid of all planets here so that you don't get distracted. And now look at this point here. This orange point is the spring equinox. And we are here in the Babylonian fixed zodiac. So with time, this equinox is moving. For example, if I put here, let's say 100 years, okay, and I go back in time. Should I go back in time? No, I'll go in front of forward, okay? So look, where is the spring equinox? 5 degrees, 10 minutes of Babylonian Pisces, okay? I go 100 years forward in time. Okay, let's see where it is. Okay, this must be 3 degrees, 46 minutes of Pisces. So it moves back. It moves back in the zodiac. Now it's very close, 2302, very close to enter into the Babylonian Aquarius, okay? I just wanted to demonstrate to you how this works, okay? So now I go back to the present day now. All right, and here is the equinox, 4 degrees, 56 minutes. As you know, every sign can be divided in 12 parts, which are the Dodecatemoria. And every sign, the first Dodecatemoria has the same nature. Like the first Dodecatemoria of Pisces will be Pisces. The second Dodecatemoria of Pisces will be Aries, and so on. So one Dodecatemoria comprises 2.5 degrees. So from the beginning of Babylonian Pisces until 2 degrees and 30 minutes is the Dodecatemoria of Pisces. And from 2:30 to 5:00, or more exactly to 4:59, is the Dodecatemoria of Aries. And now we are already in the Dodecatemoria of Aries, and we entered there mathematically, astronomically in 2016. Look now, 2016, it will be 4 degrees 59 minutes. Okay, and 2015, it is in 5:00. Basically, mathematically or astronomically, we entered into the Dodecatemoria of Aries in the sign of Pisces. Okay, we entered into this Dodecatemoria in 2016. Okay, so this will last for 180 years, because the spring equinox, the precession, moves through 1 degree in 72 years. So 2.5 degrees will come to 180 years. Yes. The previous epoch was the Dodecatemoria of Taurus. And this was a nice time of milk and honey, of production, this was also the age of the United States. However, right now we are in another world, the world of Nergal, who is the ruler of Aries. Because now we already have entered into this new Doric Timoria of Aries, which will last 180 years, okay? And it will be more dynamic. In this epoch, Mars, Nergal, will have a lot of power, and it will be not very easy time, but probably will be interesting. I can switch on the Doric Timoria here so you can see, look. But here they're very small. But if I go here, I'll go here, okay? Look, now I can zoom. I can zoom. Now I'll show you the Doric Timoria of Pisces. Okay. Okay, here we are. The Babylonian sign, the fixed Babylonian sign of Pisces starts here. Okay, and this is the first Doric Timoria, which is under Pisces. This is the second under Aries. This is the third under Taurus. Okay, and now, and this here, this line shows the equinox. Okay, this is you see this red star here. This is interesting. I think when we get there, there will be more trouble. Let's see when this will happen. Maybe around 2046. But I don't know how exactly we can say this, judging from the graphic. Anyway, anyway, these are the Doric Timoria. Because this is another principle in astrology, is that when you divide a perfect circle in any division, it may be in 12, which is very logical, okay? If you divide a perfect circle in 12 parts, or any number of parts, you can divide each part again in the same way. Okay, if you divide the zodiac in 12 signs, then you can divide each sign again in 12. And also, the other principle is that the beginning has the nature of the whole. So the beginning of every sign has the nature of that same sign. That's why the first Doric Timoria of Pisces is Pisces. Okay, it's here. This is the first Doric Timoria of Pisces is Pisces. And here is this line here separates Pisces from Aries in the Babylonian zodiac. And you can see here that the first Doric Timoria of Aries is again Aries. So these are the two principles, and if we know them, we can divide any cycle in any way. Okay, so this is why this epidemic is much worse, because Nergal is very strong. Now it is his Doric for 180 years. Okay, there is also another factor. I'll show it to you. Okay, look at this here. It takes so long. Okay, this is the eclipse on the 26th of December, 2019. As you see here, China is in the center. And you can see where the eclipse was observable. Here, the main thing here is that this eclipse happens very, very close, one day or maybe even several hours from the birthday of the sun, because the birthday of the sun is on the 25th of December. The eclipse happened on the 26th, and this is not very good omen. You see, if the sun becomes eclipsed on his very birthday, you know, that's not very good. So this is another factor which makes the situation very tense. And there is still another one. Okay, not only this is very, very serious, but as if it's not enough, there is another thing. I will show to you one star. Okay, why is okay, I have used this. For example, this here is Betelgeuse, and this here is the constellation Orion or Orion. Okay, this is here the belt. This is the head. These are the his shoulders. So this is Betelgeuse, and as you know, Betelgeuse became very dim. Betelgeuse lost its brilliance. And can you guess when it happened? I'll show it to you. Yes, you're right. It happened at the same time when the coronavirus came to the earth. Okay, look here. Somewhere around October, November, Betelgeuse starts to drop in brightness. And right now is here, 1.8 brightness. And it was like 0.6. Betelgeuse, don't forget that Betelgeuse is a star under Mars. So this is another sign, another omen which relates to Nergal. Okay, so because of all these things here, Nergal is very strong, and the situation is very bad. Okay, what I want to tell you that now, if we go to Prognosis, okay, let's first go back here. All right, there are several things that we must watch out. Okay, until now we talked about the Babylonian Omina connected with the coronavirus and with the present situation. And now let's talk about what we must be on the lookout. Okay. The first thing, of course, will be to see the time when Mars comes in a position with the Sun and will be maximum bright, will be in October 2020. So my guess is that this whole thing will gather steam until October 2020. This is very possible. And also we should watch when Mars is coming in conjunction with Jupiter. And basically, we should watch Mars very closely, what he is doing. Because, you see, the cycle of Mars is a little bit more than 2 years. Like, I think it was like 700, let me see, and 80 days. I think so, yes. It was like 780 days. Yes, 780 days. So Mars appeared, I believe, somewhere in, when was that? In September or in October 19. Okay, but why not just look exactly what is happening here? Okay, I go here and we'll see. I go here, Mars. Okay, this here is, yes, here is where Mars appeared in the 22nd degree of Babylonian Virgo, and here, okay, he appeared on the 30th of October 2019. Of course, this is for, I think this is Brooklyn, New York, but it is virtually the same also for all these geographical latitudes, which are between like 45 and 40. So just for the experiment, if I put here 45 geographical latitude, let's see how this will change. Okay, look at this. Okay, right now it's in the Mars appeared in the 23rd degree and on the 31st of October. As you see, not very big difference at all. But where will be the next morning first, or the next heliacal appearance of Mars, look in the 11th degree of Scorpio. And let me see if I can see when the time when this will happen. I cannot see here, but okay, if I change here the year, let's say to 23. All right, here you go. 21st of December, 2021. So this whole thing with the coronavirus, it seems to me, will panic the world and will sway the whole humankind until December 2021. Because this is the cycle of Mars, from one heliacal appearance to the next one. Okay, this is to watch out. And okay, let's go back now. Also is to watch out when Mars comes in opposition with the Sun, which will be this year in October. And then we must brace until December 21. 2 years and several months. And what else is there about Betelgeuse again? This is a sign coming to tell us that something is going to happen connected with Mars, with Nergal. And maybe this is the sign which ushers Mars into dominion of the next 180 years. Okay, if you ask me, I think that right now is the time when Mars takes control for the next 180 years. Okay, mathematically, astronomically, this can be 2016, but I believe that the actual coming into power, so to say, of Mars, of Nergal, for the next 180 years have started with his appearance in the sign of Virgo in 2019. Okay, so we can watch Mars very closely in his whole cycle. Okay, again, it will be interesting the time when Mars will disappear. Okay, let's see. Okay, well, we need Mars here. Okay, he appeared on the 30th of October 2019. This is actually this is actually the same time when Betelgeuse started to wink, to diminish its brightness. This is the same time when the coronavirus came around. The end of October 2019. Okay, so let's see. The opposition is here, the 13th of October. And then evening class is where Mars will disappear. Evening class, it is on the 3rd of July 2021. On the 3rd of July 2021, and he will disappear. Okay, let's see where. In Cancer. And then in December 2021, he will appear in Scorpio. So it will be interesting this month when Mars is invisible. It will be July, August, September, October, November 2021. 5 months. 5 months. Okay, I suppose that in this period things will become to brighten up, hopefully. Well, I hope that this will happen much earlier, but you know, that this is here the astrological science. Okay. All right. So after this, is there anything left to say before we go to the third section, which is what to do? Okay, but let me check if there is something else to show you. Let me see. Okay, I may show you actually. Okay, this here. Some of the graphics are taken from this book of mine. This is a book in the academic stream. You know, Simo Parpula, Professor Parpula was the driving force to publish this book, and you can find many things here. Okay, so what else is there to show you? Let me show to you Marduk. This is Marduk, the king of the world. Okay, this here is the genealogy of Nergal. Okay, everything is coming from the first principle, Namu. From Namu comes Anu, the sky, Ki, the earth, and mankind. Okay, then the earth and the sky, the firstborn is Enlil, the lord of the atmosphere or the air, and the firstborn of Enlil is the moon god, Nana, and other children of Enlil and Ninlil are Nergal, and this is here his wife Ereshkigal. Nergal and Ereshkigal are ruling the underworld. Okay, the underworld. So let's see. Yeah, this is again Nergal. This is how they wrote his name, Dingir Ugur. Dingir is divinity, and Ugur is sword, scimitar. This here is Gilgamesh and Enkidu. Gilgamesh is on the right side, and Enkidu on the left side. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, this here is Gilgamesh. he has the horns of divinity because his mother was divinity, Ninsun, the divinity of the wild bulls. Okay. This is the cosmology of Mesopotamia. We have 3 heavens and we have 3 earths, and the earth, which is below, is the okay. Wait a minute. Okay, this is the underworld, which they called again the big earth. Kigal. Kigal is actually equivalent to the underworld, where Nergal, Mars, and Teresh Kigal are ruling the underworld. Okay. Then we have here Middle Earth, which is one huge place filled with fresh water, and this is the abode of Enki, air, which is very wise, very good divinity. Then we have the upper earth, which is where the human lives, and here Marduk is the king. Then we have here three heavens. So the first heaven here is the heaven of the stars. The second one is the heaven of the gods, and the third heaven is the heaven of Anu. Okay, and here the king is Anu. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else interesting? Okay. Now, yeah, there are several other things that I forgot to mention. You know, you should take in account that actually this coronavirus is coming from the bat, and the bats are again under Mars. Okay, the bats are under Mars, and all poisonous animals are under Mars, or bloodthirsty animals too. And there is something else happening. At the same time, when all these phenomena happen, there is also this thing here, which is again under Nergal, again under Mars. Well, something is happening to this computer. Yes. Yes, locusts. Yes, locusts in Africa. Again under Nergal. Okay, so now we come to the, okay, maybe I should show you also another thing here. Just wait a little bit. Okay, what I wanted to show you was this ancient author who wrote that the 25th of December is the birthday of the sun, and his name is Censorinus. Censorinus. Okay, in his book, the Die Natale, which means about the birthday, he wrote many interesting things. Among them, that the 25th of December is the birthday of the sun. Okay, now we come to the third part, which is what to do. Or if there is something else that we can do apart from what the doctors and the CDC and the WHO are telling us. I made some research in the plagues, in the Middle Ages, in the ancient times, and I found out that they used different methods against the plagues. But one thing that struck me very interesting was that they used perfumes. Look at this. This is blue lotus, lotus azure, from Egypt. Oh boy, this smells like heaven. So they also used incense. They were burning incense. So look at this here. This is incense burner, and with coal and with some incense. So in the ancient times, they used perfumes and incense. Nice smells. And there is astrological logic here too, because you see Mars and Venus are opposite. Taurus and Scorpio, Aries and Libra. So there is some logic here, because perfumes, nice smell, this is under Venus. Also, another interesting fact is that in my country, Bulgaria, and I suppose also in the whole of Europe, in the times of plagues, some herbalists used one very interesting herb, very strong, very potent, called Arum Maculatum. Its Latin name. Now I will show to you, okay, where you can, okay, Arum Maculatum. It has many English names. Okay, that's it here. Okay, so what they used, okay, I'll go back here. What they used actually was the root. I will show it to you here. I have some here. Okay, let me find something good to show it to you. This here, you see, this is the root, and these are the leaves. Look what kind of leaf it has. Or also this one here. See. So what is used is this part here, the root, only the root. And there are several important things to note about this herb. It must be dug out at the spring equinox, which is right now. In the period, like, let's say 30 days plus minus the spring equinox. So you dug it out, then you take it, okay? You take it, you take only the root, this one here. You put it in dry sand. It can stay there for months. And then, if you want to take it as prevention, or just to make your system stronger, or if you are, hopefully this will not happen, but if you are sick, then you can take a little bit. I'll show it to you, okay, this one here. So now I will show you how much is acceptable. Okay, this one here. This is as much as like maybe half a peanut. Okay. Here. And you can swallow this with the food, because this is very, very strong. Okay, now if I take this like that in my mouth, then it starts pricking here, and after some time, after 1-2 minutes, it will start making this whole region numb, like you know, when the same thing like when you go to dentist and they take out your tooth, they will give you some anesthetic, and this, you will stop feeling this whole thing here. Well, this is, I will also advise you, if you find this, of course, it should be consumed as it is. It should not be put to heat or to dry, no. But I will advise you, if you find this root, if you want to try this, first of all, to take one very, very small part and to put it in your mouth, just to see how this works. So to say, to get acquainted with the spirit of this wonderful herb. Okay? So this is what they used here in Bulgaria, as far as I know. This actually was used by the Orthodox monks who lived in these cave monasteries, the so-called yesichasts. If you come to the Balkan Peninsula, and you go to these places where this Yesihast, which were hermits, Orthodox monks, hermits, every place where they lived, you will find this herb. So, this Yesihast, they lived very ascetic life, and they used this root to heal themselves, to make themselves stronger, and also for food too. Actually, in the Middle Ages, in times of plague, they used this as something to heal themselves, and in times of hunger, they used the same root, the same herb for food. The legend says that this root came about wherever the blood of Jesus Christ dropped. So with this, I will finish, and I wish you very good luck, the best of luck for you. Okay, all the best.